Many women find breastfeeding difficult for a number of reasons. It isn't always easy to get the baby to latch on and to get your position right, so a few women may look for extra support. Linda Watson runs several breastfeeding support groups around Brighton and Hove.
I know, I think I must have saved a fortune breastfeeding, I really do.
I think it's been worked out how much it is a year. It's over £450 a year.
This particular one has been only going for about the last 4 weeks, and it was set up in response to 2 or 3 local mothers actually contacting myself via their health visitors to say that they were interested in coming to a breastfeeding support group. So we decided to set up a group in this area, which traditionally has got low breastfeeding rates.
They're not for anything else but from feeding babies, really. So.
Right. It's just that in our culture they're seen as sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why some people are like, oh no, I couldn't do that.
But all my friends' excuses are, I didn't have enough milk. My milk didn't come in.
Yeah, they were too hungry and all that.
They were too hungry for breast milk. That's all. Yeah, that's all that people ever say. And they don't. Rather than just saying, actually, no, I didn't want to breastfeed.
Linda is able to dispel a few myths surrounding breastfeeding.
Because certainly the mums that have come to this group are quite vocal and are quite happy to discuss all sorts of issues, then as a professional with that group, it enables you to pick up on perhaps some of the things that you might want to impart a bit more information around. However, the real thrust of the group is sort of mother-to-mother support, rather than for it to be professionals who are giving information.
You go to the class, the belts and stuff.
What we do find is that although a lot of people start breastfeeding, the breastfeeding rates drop off by about 6 weeks or so, and probably even more by about 4 months. And one of the ways to help that is by mothers meeting other breastfeeding mothers and feeling that they have somewhere comfortable to go, somewhere where they can share experiences. And so often, they'll sit there and say, oh, it's just so great to find that somebody else is going through the same kind of thing as I am.
So, if you need extra support with breastfeeding your baby, you should be able to find a group locally to you.
But I now work full-time as the breastfeeding coordinator in this city, and that is partly around working with staff to look at the areas where the breastfeeding rates are low, what we might be able to put on in those areas to help the mothers to change cultural attitudes, really, make breastfeeding more of the norm for mothers to do. But a lot of people cite embarrassment as something that they're worried about. And you still hear of situations where women are being frowned on for breastfeeding or asked not to breastfeed. So one of the moves that we've got here is that we're hoping to work actually with the council to look at trying to make Brighton and Hove a breastfeeding friendly city, and to try and get breastfeeding as accepted as the normal wherever you go, rather than just restaurants and cafes, because some of the people we're working with can't necessarily afford to go and buy a coffee in a baby-friendly restaurant. But I think really until the media portrays breastfeeding as the normal thing for all mothers and babies to do, then it's a steep slope.
Your health visitor or midwife will be able to tell you more.